would love for you to speak a bit on what it is exactly that you're bringing into the world.
If I can condense everything to one phrase, what I'm doing is hopefully sparking some very in-tuned, intelligent thought in people and sparking people's hearts. And how that goes about is through different avenues, but that's really the goal here.
Wow, yeah, and when you said that, I got goosebumps, and I remember from the workshop that through some exercises you were actually touching the heart chakra as well, the higher heart chakra.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's what you did with me. But let's dive into the questions, and then people can get to know you a bit more as well, and the work that you do. Mm-hmm. How do you see what is healthy sexuality in your opinion?
In my opinion, what is healthy is what is natural. Mm-hmm. And so natural meaning that it's not something that is repressed, but it's not something that is over-exaggerated. And what I see often now is that people say or perform this idea of healthy sexuality by overdoing it. You know, just because if you're walking down the street and you're okay with your ass hanging out and your tits hanging out of your shirt, it doesn't mean that you're actually coming from a place of healthy sexuality. Healthy sexuality is something that is how you relate to your own sexual energy in a way that is in congruency to how it flows within you naturally. So what that means is that when something moves you to move in a direction of expressing that, you move with it naturally. Sitting around your house, mentalizing about sex and thinking that it's healthy is unnatural, because sex is not meant to be had through the mind. It's meant to be had through the body, through feeling, through following this energy. So for me, what's healthy is what is natural. How does this energy move inside of you, and how do you follow it in a natural way without suppressing it and without over-exaggerating it? Because yes. I find now that, you know, in this whole kind of tantra and pro-sexuality movements, or whatever you want to call it, that there's not enough of teaching people to really connect to their essence, the energy that moves through them, and over-exaggerating this, acting out on fantasies and fetish and all of these kinds of things, you know. And what I find, because for me there's no right or wrong, but through awareness, what is natural always comes into place. So for those types of people that are really into fetish and kind of mentalize sexuality, as you connect in a more conscious, aware way, all of that drops off naturally. Everybody has to connect more to feeling their own energy. And when we live in society where everything becomes a distraction and everybody's actually running from feeling themselves, they really have no sense of what it is that they desire. Even to the point of what they like to eat, what they like to drink, what they like to listen to as far as music goes. People have become so conditioned from external forces that they no longer have a connection to their essence, to what does this energy inside of me really enjoy? How does it move? What is it really like? And so it's really coming back to a place of questioning all the time whether the way that you're moving in your life is actually natural to what your spirit desires.
Would you say that to be able to get to that soul or that spirit and feel how that essence moves, that you also should look at your diet, if you're drinking alcohol, if you're partying a lot? Like, what would work actually to take some of these layers off to really get to your essence?
Your awareness is all that you need to really come to a place of real intelligence within you. So it's not even about saying like, oh, I'm no longer going to drink alcohol. It's about being very aware while you're drinking alcohol. So most people, when they drink alcohol, if we're using this as an example, they're drinking and all of their attention is all the time outside of themselves. It is the motor to distract themselves from being in their body. So what I would tell that person is go ahead and drink. You know, if you're going out tonight, go ahead and drink. But while you're drinking, really pay attention to, first of all, how the alcohol makes you feel in your body first. Keep awareness in your body. And notice what it does to your mental state. Notice what it does to your emotional state. And most likely, if you're drinking, you're also going to be drinking in the presence of other people. So what I would tell them is pay attention to the beingness of the other person. This is live, I know, but give me 1 second. Carlos! Ahora no puedo, estoy en una llamada. Te digo después en una hora, ¿ok? Gracias.
What was that?
Welcome to the real world. We had some work done in the bathroom, and the owner of this place wanted to come check it out.
Okay.
So.
That's fine. Maybe he wants to talk about this a bit too. Yeah, you were saying.
So what I was saying is for this person to also to pay attention to the people around them, to pay attention to how these things, that what we're doing in our life affects our beingness. Because if you ever end up being sober in a nightclub, you will never see people really being connected, really enjoying. What you actually see is people's pain, their disconnection, their inability to really enjoy who they are. And drinking alcohol is like a way of creating this space in between themselves and their pain.
Yeah.
So that they can pretend like everything's okay. So when you do things in awareness, all of these different habits, there's clarity that comes with it. There's clarity that comes in showing you what is real and what is not real. Is this helping me to guide me in a direction that I want to move into, or is this a distraction? And that goes for everything. That goes for alcohol. That goes for things that we eat. That goes for things that we listen to, the kind of conversations that we have. You know, even music is a really powerful thing, because what is played on the radio now and what is popular, it is the easiest way to program someone's mind. Because not only do you have lyrics that are completely insane. You know, I was just having a conversation with someone about this, but it's a really important topic. All lyrics and basically most songs, I cannot think of one that they play on the radio, at least that's, you know, not popular music, that all of them have extremely low vibratory lyrics. Even love songs. Love songs are always this, the beautiful love song is like, oh, I love you so much, I would die for you, I can't live without you. That's insanity. And so we're programmed all the time with all these ideas, and then we start acting these things out, thinking that the more that we are suicidal over our love relating with somebody, the more beautiful that is, the more valuable it is, the more real our love is. But it's crazy. And so we really have to pay attention to how all of these external forces are influencing us to move in a direction that is totally unnatural to what spirit is really saying.
Va a tener nuestra super enchilada.
¡Ah, sí quiero!
Perfecto, pues ya de una vez eso es lo que queremos.
Sí, por favor.
Se las encargamos.
Adelante, adelante.
Muchas
Gracias.
gracias.
Sí.